So, why am I self-publishing? Why? So I can have the ultimate control. What's up, travelers? How's it going? Welcome to another Writing Wednesday video. In this video, I'm going to be talking about why I decided to self-publish. It's simply because I want to maintain as much control as possible. See, when you hand your book off to someone else, they get final say. I want final say. Like, I get final, if I self-publish, I get final say on my cover. I get final say on what goes on the blurb, like what goes on the back of the book. I get final say on the price, and I can set it and change it to however I feel like it. I see for a lot of times when it comes to traditional publish, they'll go with what a trend in the market, and sometimes that could not be really great for a publisher. Like, let's see. For me, I am a female, and my main character is also a female, and whether people care to admit it or not, that can really affect how your book is going to look and be sold. Like, me and my friend had this joke every time we go to the bookstore: count how many prom dresses you see. There's like this new trend where there's books out that just covered in prom dresses. If it's not prom dress, it's really glitter filled, and it's like, no, I want everyone to come in my book. And as much as people hate it, gender roles still play a huge part in how we sell things. And when they feminize my book, it's going to take away from male readers, and I don't want that. I don't want just female readers. I want both male and female readers. So I would need to have final say on my cover, and if I went traditional publishing, I wouldn't. Oh, and then there's that other trend of having people on the cover, and I absolutely hate that. I don't know, some people love it. It's like, oh, look at this pretty model, slap it on their books. I absolutely hate that. I feel like it takes away from my description of my characters. Like, take the Maximum Ride series. On the Maximum Ride first book, Max is blonde, but in the book she's described as a brunette. So when they made the movie, they made her blonde, and this one person who didn't read the book goes, she looks exactly like she did on the cover, but that's not how she's supposed to look. So I don't want my cover showing off some overly pretty person who looks nothing like my characters, and then it just kind of messes with the imagery. When it comes to the blurb, say if you have a romantic subplot, the blurb would try to some way incorporate that. And here's another example. The last time I went to BEA, one of the ARC books that I received, advanced reader's copy, was Throne of Glass by Sarah J. Maas. And she's extraordinarily popular, obviously, New York Times bestseller, but I got the book before before it blew up. And the back of the book was just so misleading. I have a friend who's completely obsessed with this author now, and he was actually going to pass on reading her book because of the way the book had it out. The blurb made it seem like there was this love triangle, possibly a third guy in there, and it was just like, oh, she has to decide between these three guys. That's not how the book was, though. It's like she was with somebody, and there was somebody who was shown to have feelings for her, but she didn't know. There was no love triangle. There was no decision on who she should be with in this first book. I haven't finished the series, but the way the back of the book described this romance is not how it came off in this book. So that can screw with sales as well. Now there's the pricing thing. Like, you can change self-publishing. You're able to change the price as well. So if I think my book is worth $15, I can sell it at that. If I think my book is worth $20, I can sell it at that. If I think it's worth $10, I can sell it at that, and I can change it whenever I want to. And then I could do like special sales, so I can control when my book goes on sale. And then who doesn't love a sale? Another reason why I want to self-publish is money. Now, I know with traditional publishing, everyone's just like, you get more money that way because of advances, but that's not true. If my book was to sell as well as it could with a traditional publisher, like say if I sold 10,000 units with a traditional publisher, the money, and then say I decided to self-publish and I sell 10,000 units self-published, I would get more money off that 10,000 units I sold self-published than I would traditional published, because with traditional published you have to pay everybody else who helps you get to the spot where you can sell 10,000 units. Whereas if I just sell 10,000 units and all that work came from me, I just get that money back. You know, it's like with traditional publish, you have to pay back your editors, your marketing team, you have to pay back all these middlemen. Whereas on self-publishing, you don't have to pay, so you get back that, and you don't have to pay back the advance. They gave you an advance, and then you have to pay them back for that advance, which is understandable. I'm not saying there's anything wrong with that. It's like they gave you money, and now to start you off, and now you have to pay that back. Okay. As amazing as traditional publishing would be, like with traditional publishing, I can have my book in stores. I mean, technically, self-publishing, you can get your book in stores, but it's a lot harder. I'm not willing to make that uphill battle with chained on my feet. Like, it's already hard to get your foot in the door, and it's not, oh, if you can't traditional publish, your booking sucks. Again, notice how many times J.K. Rowling has been rejected and her books sold millions. Like, it's not a matter that your book sucks, it's a matter of whether or not they think they can sell your book. And not only am I female, I'm also a woman of color, and it's just that much harder for me to make it in there. I follow so many authors of colors, and a lot of times they have been rejected because the publishing house says they already have their ethnic story. Some people are like, when they hear that, they get all uncomfortable and they don't want to hear it, but it's true. It's like stuff like that happens. It's like my main character is a person of color. I am a person of color, so that will be a negative against me. So I might as well just be like, you know what? I'm going to let my work talk for myself. I believe in my story. I believe my story is amazing. I'm going to broadcast my, and I believe that, I can do this work. It's going to be harder to market myself as a self-published author instead of a traditional publisher, but I won't have anything stopping me from getting it out there. I won't have to tell them that my story is worth it even though they reached their quota. Okay, so I hope that made sense, and I didn't ramble on too much, and that's it for my video today. I hope you enjoyed it. Later.